My fellow flames of Amethyst, welcome back to another Black Beacon video. We haven't done one of those for a while, but here we are. Black Beacon is set to release within 5 days as of recording this video, and I really cannot wait. I'm so excited about this game. I played through the beta, and I was lucky enough to work alongside Minjo and Glowhow, who are the developers and the promotional team behind Black Beacon. They were great. They treated me like an absolute king. They're very, very good, and they're an amazing dev team. Playing this game shows me how great these devs are and how much they care about Black Beacon. Today we're going to be going over some of the pre-registration rewards that you will be receiving upon pre-registering for Black Beacon. So if you have not pre-registered, I recommend that you do. I will leave a link down below in the description. If you enjoy this video and if you are looking forward to Black Beacon, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and let me know what you think of Black Beacon and if it's a kind of gacha game you're interested in. Without further ado, let's get into this. So over here on the Black Beacon website, these are the pre-registration event rewards. These are the milestones that you will achieve upon pre-registering. Base reward as of just pre-registering for the game, you're going to be getting a 0 exclusives costume / skin. 0 is one of the main characters that you meet through the story, so upon pre-registering for the game, you're going to get a skin / costume outright, just sent to you, sent to your inbox. You're also going to be getting lost time keys ×10. This is the standard banner pool currency, and a development material box, which is gold and ascension materials for your weapons and for your characters. Now, the milestone rewards that we have currently hit and are yet to hit are the 30,000 gold, which is what we've already hit, a development material box on top of the one that we've got here in your email rewards, which again is materials for your characters, weapons, and gold. Another ×10 of lost time keys, which is another standard 10 pool. So already, this is without even doing anything else in the game, based on just logging into the game. When you unlock the mail feature, you're going to be getting 2 10 pools for the standard banner, which is great. Now in the beta, when you got to your 30th pool, it was a 5-star selector. So whether or not they're going to be doing that again, I assume they are, but it just gives you 3 temples towards your free 5-star that you're selecting when you jump into the game. You are going to be getting a free Ninstar character. Now, I'm going to make this as blunt and as crystal clear as possible. Ninstar is the best supporting character in the entire game. She's a 4-star character, so we're going to be getting a free 4-star. Her abilities and her kit enables you to become invincible. It's basically like the enemies hitting a brick wall. They can't touch you, and if they do, they're not going to do any damage to you. She's the best supporting character as of playing the beta to date. Now, obviously, since the beta was live back in January, there probably has been some balancing patches around the elemental system, the character kits, and etc., and the kit system. But yeah, we're going to be getting a free Ninstar, which is huge because she's just busted. And when we hit 1 million, not if, when we hit 1 million pre-registrations, we're going to be getting the Time Seeker's Key, which is the premium currency in the game. So make sure you go and register for the game, because you'll be getting all of this as well as a free temple for the premium banner in the future. Now, if we go over to the characters of Black Beacon, let us go over the characters that you're going to be meeting. So the first character you're going to be meeting, which is one of the main characters of the game, is Zero. Now, before you go, is that the MC? No, there is no quote-unquote MC. The MC is you, and you are looking through the world and the story of Black Beacon through your own eyes. There is no named MC in this game. It is a pick 3 team system, and the main character, really, if you want to go closest to the MC, it's Zero, but you yourself are not playable. You yourself are a character in the story, but you yourself are not playable. There are 4 factions, being the Emion, which is one of the main factions that you meet through the first arc of the game. The first 3 chapters of Black Beacon is the first arc of the game. Then you have the Florentine family. Now, Florence is one of the premium 5-stars that was available to you in the beta. She was one of the best characters in the game by far. She's an AoE DOT fire damage dealer, and she basically carried me through the story when I summoned for her. You're gonna want Florence, basically. And if you're a fan of the Fate series, she essentially is Saber. She's Saber from Fate. That's who she is. We have the Weishi, which is in the second arc of the game, which is yet to be finished. We could play the first 2 chapters of the second arc, but the 3rd chapter, which is going to be dropping upon release, is going to be added which is going to conclude the second arc of Black Beacon. And then you've got the Delphic Oracle, which is like the heavenly principles people, who we have not met yet, but Logos was a playable character within Black Beacon. So let's go over each and every single character here. So first we have Zero. Zero is a guardian of the Library of Babel, with origins shrouded in mystery. She is taciturn and indifferent to worldly matters, often seen with a golden-eyed petal flower tucked behind her ear. The teachings of Cosmos and the Library of Babel hold unparalleled value to her. And by the way, guys, this is one of those characters in the game that will come across like she's being monotone. However, the way they explain why she's monotone is very clever. There's a reason why she sounds monotone and why she sounds like she doesn't want to be here. So she sounds like a robot like this, and she's very monotone, and she's very much like this. There's a reason why they actually tell you this. They actually tell you why she's like this, which is something that a lot of people in the gacha community hate about the MC or the main roster characters. They usually go towards bad voice acting, but in this case, it's actually the character itself, which is like that, which is really, really cool. The next character we have is Nana. Now, a lot of people are looking forward to Nana for obvious reasons. Two obvious reasons, and also she has a very nice voice in the game. The guide and mentor to MER members, she is a senior who has watched everyone grow up. Affable and unflappable, she often seems more like the backbone of the MER than even their guild leader. Their guild leader is Cosmos, who you don't really know much about, but playing through the story, you can kind of put together the pieces who he is when you play through the story. The story, by the way, guys, is a temporal time manipulating story, very wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. So if you're a fan of time travel, you'll be a fan of the story of this game. Her actual age defies her youthful appearance, like the ever-changing phases of the moon. She is the most accessible mystery in MER. So yeah, she's a lot older. So she's like hundreds of years old, but she only appears like she's like in the mid-30s, like her 30s. But a very good character. Very, very good character. Then we have Shamush. Shamush, a member of the MER, he is the guardian and enforcer of law, carrying a stone tablet and shackles that even he cannot remove. Like the blazing sun, wherever he goes, people cannot help but lose the courage to hide secrets from him. His words carry the weight of law, so he usually remains silent, resolute, and decisive. He firmly believes he is the embodiment of law. He is a very powerful character within law, and actually a very good supportive sub DPS in the game. He doesn't say much in the story, but when he does speak, it's usually of something of importance. Now we have Viola, which we don't really know too much about. Playing through the beta, Viola wasn't really seen much, but Viola's design is one of my favorites in the game. Viola is also a member of the MER, and she is a gifted musician from the Cyrell musical family. She carries a sealed viola, whose melodies inexplicitly bring misfortune. Usually elegant and intellectual, she is sometimes overcome by sadness and melancholy due to her inability to play. By the way, guys, her ability is around music, just like in the description, and when she plays the music, her hair turns white, which is something really, 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 really cool. And next we have Erashan. Erashan is one of the best and well-written characters in the entire story. I am not even joking. Her writing in the story is chef's kiss, creme de la creme. A member of the MER and the granddaughter of Cosmos. Cosmos is the guild leader. The former director of the Babel Library, Erashan was once the highly anticipated successor of Cosmos. Outstanding and diligent, her fate took a sharp turn when Cosmos personally stripped her of her inheritance rights after Zero's arrival, leading to a significant change in her personality, embracing her true self. Erashan is now heading towards a new destiny. Erashan is one of the best written characters in this story, and actually one of the best written characters in a lot of gacha games I've played. They've done well. They've done well writing these characters, and you can tell how much effort they've put into them. Enki, the youngest director in the history of the MER, is an unparalleled inventor and the younger brother of Ninsar. Although he has created many groundbreaking inventions, he finds the admiration of the mundane world incomprehensible. Ever curious and tireless, Enki pursues his goals with steadfast focus after passing the position of director to his disciple Cosmos. He entered the library of Babel alongside his sister Ninsar, declaring that he would never return to the mortal world. Enki's a very funny character. He's very childish, but he's wise. He's wild, but he's wise, but he's childish. That he can handle matters in an instant, but he can be quite annoying because he's like a child. He's got like the attention span of a goldfish. But when he does put his mind to something, he's one of the most intelligent minds in the entire game. And lastly, the last member of the Emion we are going to meet is Ninsar. Ninsar is the most outstanding antiquities restoration expert in the history of the Emion, so she restores old artifacts and relics, and an unparalleled scholar. She is also the elder sister of Enki, with her extensive knowledge of both ancient and modern mysteries. She finds the affairs of everyday life dull and uninteresting. Ninsar carries herself with calmness and discretion, as nothing in the world can surprise her except her younger brother, Enki. And Ninsar and Enki are they're twins, by the way, guys. Together with Enki, she ventured into the Library of Babel, fully prepared to never return to the mortal realm. By the way, guys, if you're wondering why the trials are so dangerous and why if you enter the Tower of Babel they don't usually come back to the mortal realm, is because people want to go into the Library of Babel for knowledge, and it's a one-way trip most of the time. If you go through the voyage of the tower and if you go through the voyage of the library, you have to basically complete the Library of Babel. It's a massive trial for knowledge and a massive trial for self-enlightenment and basically figuring out the knowledge that you seek, depending on if it's knowledge about yourself, knowledge about your family, knowledge about distant relatives. It's usually a one-way trip. People don't usually return. There are a very rare few that have returned, but there's consequences for doing so. It's a curse, but also a blessing, because you gain the knowledge that you seek, but it has its toll on your mind and your body. And you find out more about these characters that go mad, or characters that find enlightenment, or characters that I'm not going to say too much. But that's the Emion clan. You know what? We'll cover the Florentine family, the Wishi family, and the Delphic Oracle in another video. But the Emion is the most important faction in the game. It's the most important faction in the entire game that you need to keep an eye on. Obviously, you have the world lore here, features available to you, talking about the gameplay features, the cutscenes, the story, etc. But overall, this game is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to do a video talking about the end game as well. I've got a review video out, which I will link down below in the description. But please make sure you go and pre-register for the game. Let's get those full pre-registration rewards. Let's get that 10 limited pull. Let's get these skins. Let's get these rewards for us all. If you enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed my time here today, hit that like and subscribe, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of Black Beacon and if it's something that entices you. We're going to do some more reacts and some more covering of the game as time goes on. 5 days from as of recording this video, Black Beacon is released. Make sure you pre-register, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everyone. Have a good week.